champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Famer. Got my main man, Brad Gilmore, here with me. As always, guys, we get ready to do this thing. I want to thank everybody out there for stepping in, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams, getting ready to go on a trip, man. Getting ready to go on a trip. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I got some good news earlier. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. But this weekend coming up, guys, January 13th at the the all-new Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena is going down. Reality wrestling is going down, and the return of one Roxy, formerly known, better known as Roxanne Perez.
There you go.
Better known as Roxanne Perez, will be making her return to reality of wrestling to take on the interim Diamond Champion, Mia Friday. Also, there will be a meet and greet with Roxanne Perez after the show as well. And the thing is, guys, tickets gone like hot. Like I didn't say going like hotcakes. I said gone like hotcakes, man. I'm talking. Charmel got this new batter. It is sick, man. I'm talking about that's the way them hotcakes been going, dog. And the thing is, we put out another 50. We don't have a 16 left. So guys, get your tickets. Do it now. I do it for you. Brad, how you feel, man? How you feel?
I feel even better after hearing that news, that we put out another 50 and only 16 left. This is like a triple sellout. This is a legit sellout. A lot of people claiming they're drawing a house, but are they really? You know what I mean? Are they drawing a house like reality wrestling's drawing a house?
Of course not. They're not drawing a house like reality. The number one company on the Gulf Coast, man. And we getting ready to take it to another level. Like I say, good news. I can't talk about it right now. Stick around. That news going to be coming out later for you. But man, I'm excited about this weekend because I've been down in the school at the new arena. Just making sure all the new bells and whistles are right. And I'm gonna tell you, from last month to this month is leaps and bounds. To next month, it's gonna be to the stratosphere, baby. We taking it up another notch, man. I'm serious, and I'm excited. I've been spending a lot of money, and that's I feel good when I'm spending money.
Well, you're one of the few. But you know what I'm looking forward to, because you say this month's a sellout. Next month, I'm sure it's going to be the same. And then in March is when we have our first big show of the year. One of our, quarterly specials, I guess you could call it. The Last Stand is going to be emanating from the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. That's our Royal Rumble. The Last Stand Rumble will be going into play. And you never know. That's what I'm trying to see if Booker's going to ask for his invite to the Last Stand Rumble. You know what I mean? Like you've never done the Last Stand Rumble. You've done the Royal Rumble several times.
You never know.
You never know. I mean, I'm just trying to say.
You never know. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm in it, I'm gonna let the world know. It ain't gonna be no surprise. You know what I mean? Because we need to sell them tickets. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna let you guys know if one Booker T will be in the Reality Wrestling Last Stand Rumble. We'll find out. We'll find out real soon, because it's coming up real soon.
It's coming up soon. So there's all kinds of stuff going on in the world of reality wrestling. There always is. What is it like for you, though, for like Roxanne to come back after she started with us? She was 15, I think, 16, something 16, like that.
16 years old.
16, coming down on the Greyhound.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, people used to ask me, because we'd say that on commentary. They're like, is that for real? I'm like, yeah, it's for real. Come down on the Greyhound to train and to get her reps in. And then to go from that to getting signed to WWE and being an integral part of the NXT women's roster, now coming back to reality of wrestling. A lot of times when we see them go on to greener pastures, we're happy for them. We're sad that we don't have them anymore, but we're more happy that they're going to go out and live out their dream. Never did I think that we would see Roxanne back in the building.
Nah, man, I'm like a proud dad, to be honest, because I'm, still in her head and still in her ear at NXT every week. Every time she's got a match, I'm watching, I'm critiquing it, trying to see exactly what she's doing, what, perhaps, she perhaps needs to work on. I'm always trying to, make sure I'm that third, fourth, fifth eye. You know what I mean? And try to make sure because I really got a lot invested in Roxanne making it all the way through this thing, and I said becoming a Hall of Famer one day. That I really see her as something special. We don't just call it a prodigy, to be throwing around another phrase, another term or anything like that. But nah, man, I'm loving actually being able to be a integral part of her career, as well as to see her come back and pay it forward to Mia Friday. Mia Friday is that young kid now who aspire to be Roxanne Perez one day. And just imagine, we can get Mia to that next level, because this is a spotlight. This is one of those moments for Mia, as well as it is for Roxanne coming back. This is a double hitter right here in so many different ways for us, Reality Wrestling as a company, to try to create the next generation of professional wrestlers. And that's been my goal since day one. And for Roxanne to still be under my wing and still want to come back and, represent her school, man, represent what she had a big part in building, So for me, man, it's monster, dog. It's monster. It's a major move, baby. Yeah.
And you know what? We shouldn't bury the lead, because it's not only Roxanne that's going to be coming back to Reality Wrestling after going to the WWE. Mason D. Madden, formerly the Great Black Otaku, Marcellus Black, Brendan Williams, Mace, goes by a couple of names you might know him by, but he's coming back to Reality Wrestling for the first time in, I think, 9 years.
It's been that long?
I think so.
Wow. Time flies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good to get Brennan back as well. Mason D. Madden, I think he's going by now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's definitely going to be good to get him back under the wing and try to totally get back in the laboratory. Try to really, really go back and put the black mask on and, go into self-interrogation mode, like I talk about, and really start asking those questions as far as, what are we fit to do here? What are we here for? Why are we doing this? So yeah, I'm so looking forward to getting Mason back in the household as well.
So all that's going to go down if you're in the Houston, Texas area. If you're listening to us on ESPN 97.5, it's that new 8 p.m. time slot. I give a big shout out to Michael and Joe and Todd and the whole gang, Mr. Gow, for making it possible. We're on it. Well, it's prime time, BT.
Prime time, baby. You know what I mean? We want a slice, so we rolling the dice, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're listening to us now, here's the thing. There are a lot of people who are hearing us for the first time in the Houston area. So we appreciate you. And you know what? We're not only a pro wrestling show. We're a general sports show. We're a lifestyle show. Look at it. This man's lived 17,000 lives. You know what I mean? If you tune in, you're going to learn something.
Like Katt Williams. I got a lot of stories to tell.
Now, can you run a 40 yards in a 4.4? Can you do a 4.440?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. You could? Yeah. Did you see Katt doing his?
Under the right circumstances. No, but go ahead.
You didn't see Katt doing his?
No, I did.
He did it. I got to give props. People thought I was hating on Katt Williams last week. I wasn't. I was just saying I don't like when people go on platforms and talk down, especially when they're like legends in my eyes. Because Katt's a legend to me. Steve and Sid, those are legends to me, and it's hard for me to see that.
A lot of stuff he said, man. I don't think it was out of malice or anything like that. One thing.
Some of it sounded like that.
I don't think so.
Some.
The way I look at it is, when somebody says something, you got to correct it. You can sit back and say nothing, but if somebody go out there and say something about you that's not true, and it's not true, you want to set the record straight from your perspective. Everybody, they always say there's always two sides to the story, right?
Yeah, that I get down with. That's what I'm saying. Not everything he said. There was some stuff about, like Sid said he didn't steal a joke. Katt said he did steal a joke. Okay, let's hear both sides of the story. But it's like some of the stuff, like you went to an Illuminati meeting about you and Ludacris shaving your sideburns. Like I just.
Bro, look here.
I don't know. No.
Look here. Let me tell you right now,
man. I don't believe it.
Hollywood, bro. You don't believe that? You don't believe in?
I don't believe that they called Ludacris and Katt Williams to a room and said, "Hey, who's ever willing to shave their sideburns off is going to get 10 movies or 20 movies at $10 million a piece." I do not believe that for a second. Not for a second. But the stuff about the joke stealing, okay, look, that's two sides to it, and that's probably documentable.
Look here, I'm gonna tell you, I've been around the world, you know, and I've seen a lot of crazy things out there. You know what I mean? You know, you hear this stuff going on with Diddy. You wouldn't think
now the Diddy stuff is crazy.
But you wouldn't think most of it is true, right?
Some of it I do.
Yeah, you know.
But I don't know. I don't know. Some of it, like, I'm not saying I think it's true. I could believe it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You allegedly, I could potentially believe it.
Well, you got to believe what's going on in Hollywood too. Stick around. We got to take a break. We'll be back in a minute. What's up, y'all? It's your man, Booker T, 6-time world champion, 2-time Hall of Famer, and I'm here with my main man, Brad Gilmore, on the Hall of Fame podcast. And today we're talking about something that's been a game changer for us, and that's HelloFresh.
That's right, Booker. Whether you're looking to save money, eat better, or stress less in the new year, HelloFresh has got you covered. We're talking about farm-fresh ingredients, chef-crafted recipes, and the best part, it's all delivered right to your doorstep.
You know, Brad, I used to stress about meal planning, especially with my busy schedule. But with HelloFresh, man, I'm whipping up quick, tasty meals in no time. And my favorite has got to be their 15-minute recipes. Man, who knew I could cook a gourmet meal that fast?
Absolutely, Book. But let's talk about variety. HelloFresh has over 45 dinner options each week. So that's right. There's going to be no more recipe boredom. Plus, they've got calorie smart and protein smart options, perfect for keeping those New Year's resolutions in check.
And you know, Brad, as a family man, I'm sitting down for dinner with my crew, and it's important. HelloFresh quick and easy meals have made that reality. Even on the busiest nights, it's just convenient. It's bringing the family together.
And don't forget, breakfast fans, HelloFresh is hooking you up, the listeners of the Hall of Fame podcast, with free breakfast for life. That's right, a free breakfast item with every delivery. Now, that's a sweet deal to wake up to.
Y'all heard it here first. Go to HelloFresh.com/BookerFree and use the code, man, BookerFree, to get your free breakfast for life. Remember, one breakfast item per box while your subscription is active. Oh, yeah, man.
That's HelloFresh.com/BookerFree with the code BookerFree. Don't miss out on America's #1 meal kit.
Join us in making cooking fun, easy, and absolutely delicioso. It's HelloFresh. You got it. Oh, yeah. Can you dig it, sucker?
It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't just saying this about the HelloFresh, but them damn egg bites and that waffle.
With the sausage in it? You talking about the sausage egg bite?
Onion, cheese. Man, I had that this morning. I was pleasantly surprised. Delightful and delicioso, man. So definitely, guys, use the promo code BookerFree.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing about HelloFresh. What's so dope is they sent the box in the mail. Now, like, whenever we get a sponsor or deals coming through, they want us to try it, make sure, like, you know, we sign off on it. It's something that we can promote. And so they sent the box in the mail. I said, hey, you know, let's try it. So me and the wife, we try it. Like, that's pretty good. Let's try the second meal. Boom, that's pretty good. Let's try the third one. That was really good. Here's how you know it's not BS. I went to the damn website myself, HelloFresh.com/BookerFree, and I signed up for HelloFresh. They're sponsoring the show, but I said I can't wait for another hookup. I'm willing to pay for this product because it is that good.
Yeah, Charmel cooked the chicken last night. So, yeah, I'm serious. This is no BS. It's not a gimmick or anything like that. We definitely co-sign on it because it's good. It's damn good. So get yourself, guys. Make sure you use the promo code BookerFree. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, we were talking about the Katt Williams thing, which seems to be like what everybody's been talking about for the last couple weeks. And you're talking about the things with Diddy, and what I just realized is I'm about to do this on the show because there's a picture behind me that has my buddy Stocks, one of my best friends in the world, but he's hanging out with Jay-Z, Meek Mill, Kevin Hart, and Diddy. But I just feel like with everything that's being said about Diddy, I can't rock with this photo anymore, right? Like I can't rock with it. There's too much stuff going on. So I got to take it off the wall.
So you saying that you're gonna convict the man before?
No. I'm saying until he's either cleared of charges or convicted of any kind of charges, or if charges are even brought to him, look, we're in limbo. You know what I'm saying? It's in limbo. I can't rock with it when it's in limbo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, Cassie is an incredible woman in more than just than the physical presence. Obviously, she's one of the most beautiful women ever. But that's that little suit went away quick. I'm not saying anything. I don't know anything.
I tell you what, I was listening to his bodyguard from back in the day, Gene Deal. You ever heard him? He's his brother. He was on Diddy's main bodyguard back in the day, and he's telling all kind of stories, man. He's dropping all kind of stories right now. And he was telling us one story about Cassie and Diddy, and they were in this club in New York, right? And they was in this club where they had certain levels, like you could look up. And you look up, and there was this one white female, and she looked real good, and one side of her head was shaved, and Diddy was asphyxiated on that. He loved it, and he looked at Cassie after he saw this woman and said, "I want you to shave your head in the morning." And this is what Gene Deal is saying. Allegedly, this is a story that Gene is saying.
Well, Cassie did have that haircut for a while.
Let me tell you, and Gene said he got with Cassie alone without Diddy in a moment. And he said, "Now you're not gonna really do that, are you?" And Cassie said, "I do everything that Diddy tell me to do."
Oh,
that's coming from Gene Deal. I've been watching a lot of this stuff on YouTube lately. The Suge Knight, phone calls from inside. I've been listening to a lot of that too. Have you heard any of that stuff?
No, I haven't.
You ever heard Suge Knight? Suge Knight got a podcast.
Suge Knight has a podcast from prison?
Yes. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes. I've been listening to a lot of these stories coming out, and Diddy sound. This is all allegedly, of course, but Diddy sound guilty as hell. And I'm gonna tell you, with this new law, where you can, bring these charges, now almost like a murder charge where it never go. A lot of this stuff is gonna come out. We're gonna see a whole lot of this, and I can only imagine what those fools was doing when they thought they could get away with it under the cloak of darkness. Oh yeah, man.
Well, see, even so, even more reason to not have that man on my wall. I did not hear that thing about Cassie, because Cassie.
Look here. I got Ali on the wall.
Ali's a great person to have on the wall.
Calvin Pete. You know what I mean? I had Tiger on, but I had to take him down.
Tiger had his own issues, right? But the thing with Cassie is, I remember when she did the head shave thing. Now, here's the thing. Beautiful woman. She could pull any hairstyle off.
Yeah.
But that's weird to know what it's from.
If it stems from that story that Gene Deal told, allegedly, man, that just goes to show you what kind of dude very controlling. That's controlling. All right, when you're controlling in just about in every form and every facet. You know what I mean? That's why the company perhaps have been run like it's been run all these years since the passing of Biggie. So I don't know. Me personally, I don't know about the music game, the rap game, but to hear these guys come out and tell these stories, a lot of times when these guys coming out and telling these stories from back in the day, most of the time it's real. It's just like, you've heard some of the stories that some of the people that was around R. Kelly after now he's been convicted. You hear some of the stories that they come out and tell now about some of the stuff that he was really off into. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't believe that. That's something that you really don't want to believe.
You don't want to believe it. Yeah.
That's something that's happening every single day with these Harvey Weinsteins of the world. Not, what I mean by that is people that's got a whole boatload of money. You know what I mean? Look at Epstein. You know what I mean? People that's got, he go buy a whole island to go freaky deaky. You know what I'm saying? He say, man, I'm finna
and the sad thing is people think they can get away with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm serious. Dude bought a whole island.
It's weird.
The black book was about to come out. They said it had 100 names on it. Boom. Next thing you know, we don't hear from Epstein no more. How many prominent names you think was on that list?
I'm sure there were more than a couple. But and again, I think with all this stuff, it's weird.
Bill Clinton's name was on the list. They say
allegedly.
Trump's name perhaps was on the list.
Allegedly.
And a few others,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, not that I'm shifting gears too much, but you made me think of something because there was some controversy with one of your buddies, Pat McAfee, or cohorts, with him and Jimmy Kimmel, but not him. It was Aaron Rodgers on his show. And then Pat also said that he thinks, he's having some people inside the company trying to get from him. A lot of weird stuff's going on right now. You know what I mean? That's why it's great to have the Hall of Fame.
Give me the scoop on the Pat McAfee thing, because I came in on the tail end of it, and I saw it actually not just one night, but 2 nights where he was apologizing, diligently apologizing for something.
The thing that there was is he had Aaron Rodgers on his show, right? And Aaron Rodgers, former Green Bay Packer,
he was very outspoken, very.
You could say he's, outspoken about his views, which is fine, right?
About polarizing individual.
Polarizing as of late, I would agree with that sentiment.
Okay.
They made some comment about, or he was talking about the Epstein stuff, or the list coming out, and I think Jimmy Kimmel did a bit about it on his show, in a monologue, and I think equated I think Jimmy thought this list was fictitious, like it was an internet rumor. And so he called Aaron Rodgers like a tinfoil hat wearer or something like that. And then Aaron Rodgers said, a lot of people don't want this list coming out. This is what he said on the show. I'm just quoting. And he said, a lot of people don't want this list coming out. I'm sure Jimmy Kimmel doesn't want this list coming out, and made somewhat of a joke. He said it in jest.
A reference.
He said it in jest, but he was making a reference to what Jimmy said about him, and trying to make a joke out of it. And then Jimmy did not take that kindly, and threatened legal action.
Wow.
Against Aaron Rodgers, for even alleging such a thing. And Pat McAfee was like, "Look, I don't want any parts of this. I don't want to. I just got over a Brett Favre lawsuit. I'm not trying to walk into another one here. You know what I mean?" And it's I don't blame Pat for saying, "Look, man, Aaron said what he said. Sorry about that. Hey, whatever. It's the show. Da 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 da." And Pat tried to wash his hands of it.
Well, I heard him apologizing, man, and it didn't seem like it was because he was talking about not knowing how long he was going to be on the air. This thing, stuff like this comes and goes. It was that type of deal, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?" Where it would be to the point to where he would feel like they may be shifting gears on him. I tell you, man, he's in a tough position. I know we got to take a break. I want to pick back up on this situation here. In a second. We got to take a break. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. The Hall of Fame podcast.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled.
Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by BlueChew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. BlueChew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, BlueChew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Ship. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. I hadn't got a good ship out there in a while, so I want to get one out there. But yeah, man, we're talking about Pat McAfee and the little turmoil that he's going through right now with a quote that he said about, with Aaron Rodgers and whatnot. I don't know.
It's all weird. And all the stuff we've been talking about, all alleged. We don't know.
But the thing, what I was talking about was how Pat McAfee is such a rough spot, being that face now of
worldwide leader.
Yeah, of ESPN, and when you're in that spot right there, you're gonna find yourself where no matter how much you prepare, no matter how good at your job you are, you're still gonna have a lot of haters. Still gonna have a lot of people that want to see you burn in hell. That's just the way it is. And with Pat McAfee, he's a good guy. He really is a good guy. And he seems like when he was doing this podcast, he was doing it just having fun, and people were enjoying it. But now being on ESPN, people are scrutinizing him so much more than they was when he was just doing it, having fun. Now, reason why is because he's making money doing it. He's making big money doing it. And a lot of people just don't like to see people do well from that perspective. I really, really believe that's what it is. I was looking at, he made a couple of bad calls, as far as what team was going to do this and this team wasn't going to do that. And it totally was the opposite. And they crucified him for it. It's just like me saying somebody's going to win a fight and they don't win the fight, and then they say, Booker doesn't know what he's talking about because of the fight game. It's a fight. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Anything can happen.
The odds, sometimes sway the other way when you thought they were heavily swayed the other way. It's just the way it is, So I understand the spot that Pat McAfee's in, but I would say, bro, just keep your head up because I know what kind of dude Pat McAfee is. He's just a genuinely good dude. He just want to have fun, create content, and hopefully the people that's watching come along, have some fun at the same time. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's the kind of guy I see Pat McAfee be.
I agree. And you know what? And not just Pat, Shannon Sharpe too. Like people been coming for Shannon Sharpe after that Katt interview dropped and like saying that he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he should have said this, he was irresponsible for this, and that. I'm like, look, leave Uncle Shannon alone. Leave Pat alone. They're just trying to come out here and do the best. I think Shannon Sharpe's so entertaining. I think Pat McAfee's so entertaining.
I understand Shannon Sharpe's position too, because I don't think he prepared for any of those answers.
No,
I don't think he could have, came back with any pushback because it's not anything that he know. He don't know anything that's going on from an insider perspective. This is stuff that I'm getting, and I heard Shannon Sharpe talk about that. He said, "Man, look, I asked him to come on the show. He sit down, and he just started talking."
What am I supposed to do?
Look, man, when you are interrogated, you let the guy talk as long as he wants. You give him a cigarette, make him comfortable. You keep him talking. That's what you're supposed to do if you got a show. So I can't blame Shannon Sharpe for one thing, one iota, as far as that show goes.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, like, and the thing is, if we were having that Katt interview, same thing. Hey, man, you want to talk? Like, right. I know it may, and you know what? I actually think that interview was good for Katt. I think it was good for Katt.
Oh man,
You know what I
they
mean?
gonna sell out every show, man.
Every show's gonna be sold
Can't
out.
wait till Katt Williams come to town now. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm getting tickets, man. As soon as I find out he comes to town, I'm getting tickets immediately.
I agree. And the thing is, because he made himself a commodity in that interview. You know what I mean? And again, like some of the stuff he said, I think is probably true. Some of it I think sounds ridiculous, but that doesn't matter. I still have always loved Katt Williams. I mean, I'm talking about from Pimp Chronicles to It's Pimpin'. I mean, all those two specials I would run.
Tell you something, bro.
Ragged.
You got to know how to keep yourself in the game, man. You know, and like Katt Williams said, man, these other guys, you know, Steve Harvey, he got all these, you know, TV shows. They making money. You got to be able to figure out how you're gonna make your money. You know what I mean? So I think that's what, you know, Katt Williams is doing. He's doing a hell of a job.
Well, and think about this too. Like, here's the smartest chess move. And I saw Michael Blackson say this, who Michael Blackson was one of the comics that he mentioned as well. He said, man, Katt's really playing chess because, and I'm paraphrasing, because he calls out all these top name entertainers with big platforms, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, all these guys, and everybody responded. You know what I mean? And so now you're giving them your audience. You're giving Katt your audience by responding, right? I mean, you putting Katt's name in your mouth because he says something about you is only going to make more people go watch that interview and more people, go follow Katt, follow Shannon. You know, there's this old thing. It's called the Barbra Streisand effect, right? Barbra Streisand was having an issue with paparazzi taking pictures of her house. So she put like this statement out in the paper, like, please do not drive by the house. Don't take pictures of the house. Leave me alone. Well, what does that do? Everyone's like, this must be some damn house. We got to go drive by and see it. So then the problem's worse. You know what I mean? So Katt was playing chess. I got to give it up for him.
Yeah.
He was playing chess for sure.
No, man. Like I said, I can't wait for Katt Williams to come to town. I'm gonna be in line. You know, I'm gonna be laughing. I'm gonna make sure I get me a good seat too. I'm gonna be up close to the front, not all the way up on the front, because you might get roasted. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing me some Katt Williams come to town.
Yeah, you don't want to sitting in the front of a comedy show, especially Dead Center. I mean, you're playing games, a game that I don't think you want to be playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No joke. Every time I go, Bruce come to town all the time, and he always put me up front. And every time I always get roasted, just about. You know what I mean? So I'm like, bro, just let me make it. You know, just let me make it. Good people though. Katt didn't say nothing about Bruce, so Bruce must be good people.
Bruce, he didn't say anything about Bruce. He said Bruce. I mean, he didn't even say anything about him, so he must be good people. And then, like I said, I know a lot of that is years of issues, right, coming to a head. And the thing is too, like, and I like Cedric the Entertainer. He's been on this show. I understand if somebody stole your joke that was your closer, right? You would probably have heat with them about it. And says it doesn't. The timelines don't match up. Katt does. It's a he said, she said. I'm sure there's some internet detectives out there that can pull the clips, show us the receipts, see who's telling the truth.
You didn't see it?
No.
They pulled the clip.
Oh, okay. So who was telling the truth?
Katt was telling the truth.
So said took Katt's joke.
Yeah. The joke was too close to not call it plagiarism.
I see. I need to go watch it. I need to see it for myself.
They went back in. Did you see where he roasted Steve Harvey at the big comedy show that they had? And it was 10,000 people there.
Oh, fair enough. What did he say? It was a man. What did he call his hairpiece? He called
man.
He called
it a man.
He said that is a man unit, sir.
It was 10,000 people there.
Yeah, he goes. And Steve Harvey ain't doing comedy no more. Detroit, Michigan, it was the World Championships of Comedy, and 10,000 people.
They pulled that footage up too. I was watching that on YouTube today as well. You ever seen all this stuff, man?
I haven't. I've only seen him running the 4.440.
Man, what are you thinking, man? That's the only thing I've been doing is fetching.
Yo, but I'm not gonna lie to you. A man unit is like the funniest way I've ever heard a hairpiece described.
That's what it's called, though.
That's hilarious.
A man unit.
I thought it was called a toupee. But he called it a man unit. That's pretty
Oh
funny,
my
man.
God. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty, and again, if no one out there, if this is because I saw some people on X saying they'd never heard of Katt Williams before,
What?
right? Yes, people are like, who is this guy? I've never heard of him before. And I'm like, first of all, you're not in the right circles if you have never heard of Katt Williams. You're not running the right circles. Secondly, I know I'm sound like a broken record, especially it's Pimpin', but Pimp Chronicles as well. Those are two classic comedy specials. I'm saying up there with Bring the Pain, up there with Laugh at My Pain from Kevin Hart. I mean, these are classic comedy specials that you have to watch. Man, it's Pimpin' when he talks about the guy who won the race with no legs and got disqualified for having an unfair advantage. You're telling me the man with no legs?
No, man. I don't know. A lot of people, I don't know. It's just the way it is sometimes. I mean, I can believe that. Some people may not know who Katt Williams is, but he's a guy that's been out there for quite some time. He's a guy that's been doing a lot of work, and I've never heard anything bad about Katt Williams. You know what I mean?
I never did either. I mean, I heard.
I've never really heard a whole lot of bad things about Steve Harvey either, but you hear little bitty things here and little bitty things there, but everybody's not going to like each other. It's just the way.
A lot of stuff you got to take with a grain of salt, right?
See, everybody's not going to like each other, and it's just the way it is. It's just the way life is, and I know in my form of life, I don't like everybody. Throughout my career, I don't like all those guys. Some of those guys I don't like at all. I don't want to. We got to take a break. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Gametime, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Gametime is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Gametime has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
And guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Gametime, you can see images of your seat before you buy it, so no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Gametime guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section and row for less elsewhere. Gametime will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, Book.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Gametime. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Gametime now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Just download the Gametime app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price. Guaranteed. Oh, yes. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. We got any super chatters, man?
We do. We do have our super chatters coming in. I know this has been a show that we just been talking, man.
I know it, man. We just got rolling, in this new time slot. We want to make sure we got new listeners. We want to make sure we give you guys a little something different. Sometimes we just talk about some of the craziest stuff. We want to make sure you guys knew we were well-rounded. All right, so let's talk about Pat McAfee for a second. But man, I want to thank everybody for stepping in and getting your champagne wishes. And caviar dreams, man.
Yeah, man. We talk about a little everything. So let's talk about let's go to some of our super chats here. This comes from CB3 Amazing.
Yeah.
It's a little bit late on that. CB3 Amazing says Velveteen Dream deserves a second chance. Be nice. I don't know.
No, man. I talked to Patrick Clark about 3 months ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he reached out to me and he wanted to he was trying to figure out, maybe a way back into the business. And I told him to give me a call, and I don't know, something happened, and I don't know what happened, but I hadn't talked to him. But I was wondering that myself. I was like, I wonder if this kid could get back in the business myself. You know what I mean? Because I knew Patrick Clark before he was on Tough Enough. All right, I knew him, when he was working Maryland Championship Wrestling,
Yeah.
and as a kid, and then when he got on Tough Enough, I was like, man, this kid has got so much talent. And then when he got in NXT and created that Velveteen Dream character and gimmick, I was like, man, this is money, this is gold. This thing can go a long time for years. It was like a throwback, like Macho Man Savage, something like that.
It was like a little Macho, a little Gold Dust, little this, little that. You know what I mean?
It was kind of like a throwback gimmick.
Yeah, for sure.
That he made work, and but I don't know, man. I wonder if there's a way back in the business for him. But I tell you, it's going to be hard, and he's going to have to put in a whole lot of work, because one thing I said when I came home, from prison, I said, I didn't expect people to trust me. I said, I got to earn people's trust. I say people are going to look at me like I'm a criminal, and that's the way they should look at me. It's going to be up to me to prove myself. And so if I could tell Patrick Clark anything, don't quit. Get out there and just earn it.
Yeah, especially when there's, to be honest with you, I don't know the intimate details of everything that went into his release. And I mean, I know there are allegations out there. I don't remember them fully as exactly what was levied and what the outcome of those allegations were. I'm not entirely sure. But no one ever won anything by giving up, right? I mean, there's a path forward for everybody. I don't know the details of Patrick Clark's situation intimately enough to be able to speak on. And the other thing is this. The other thing is this. Who am I to say who deserves a second chance? I don't know.
Let me tell you this. He lost his damn mind.
Well, that's the start. That's not a good place to be. Hopefully he finds that. But again, Book, like, who are you or I to like say if somebody deserves a second chance? It's not up to us. It's up to.
No, that's why I say something like that. You got to earn it, man. It's not something, a spot is not something that, well, everybody should get one. You know what I mean? I really feel like in certain situations, especially in a situation like he's in right now, he's going to have to earn his way back. And it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take getting someone to trust you. And the thing is, I'm not even talking about all the way back to the wrestling business. I'm just talking about just in general. You know what I mean? Seriously, because, brother was definitely, going through some troubled times. Seriously. So to find his way back, it would really be a remarkable thing.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Now, our next super chat here.
Mike
Woodson. Congrats on your Texans making the playoffs, baby.
Boy, Stroud, CJ Stroud went out there, took them boys to the promised land. And I'm going to tell you, man, this kid, rookie of the year, coach of the year, all that. And on top of that, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, man. Come on now, Buck. Woo!
I'm saying it right now. We're going to find a way. We're going to figure it out. Sometimes you got to go over, around, under, but we might have to just go through it, man. We've knocked on that door. We've tapped on that door. It's time to kick that son of a gun in, man. That's what we going to do. And we going to do it with that boy CJ Stroud taking us all the way to the promised land, man. Oh, yes.
CJ's an incredible player, man. And you know what? He deserves a lot of credit.
Ball on his knees.
God, when he threw that 40-yarder.
Yeah, a bullet falling down,
running backward. Now, I will say, shout out to Gardner Minshew and the Colts for screwing up on that 4-1 because they bailed our man Fairbairn out of a little trouble there, missing that extra point. But I will say, man, I would have never thought with 30-plus new players, a rookie starting quarterback, and a first-time coach in DeMeco Ryan, would we even be sniffing the playoffs, let alone breaking 500, let alone going 10-7. And our first matchups against the Browns, I like our chances against the Browns. And I want to see it like you, Book. I want to go all the way.
We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the damn Super Bowl. I'm calling it right now. Hey, I don't know if we're going to win it, but we're going.
Now, you also said, never mind. I don't want to bring up the Hall of Fame jinx because sometimes with sports teams in Houston, we speak too soon on this show. You know what I mean?
I was just trying to will that one, though, man. I didn't really believe
about the Rockets.
Yeah. I didn't believe that. I was just trying to will something.
Well, you didn't. But the other part of Mike's question is, what are your predictions on Ngannou facing Anthony Joshua? This was announced over the weekend. Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua.
Man. I'm going with Ngannou in that fight, man. Because he beat Fury.
I agree. He beat Fury.
And the thing is, I watched Ngannou in that fight, and bro, he was poised. He did not get out of place. Not one moment. He didn't look like he was overextended any time in that fight. It didn't seem like he was overwhelmed or anything in that fight. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Francis Ngannou hit Anthony Joshua, he going to sleep. He gonna quit. That's just my opinion on that. Good boxer, Anthony Joshua. Got all the boxer. Pretty. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that mean, nasty from the bush, man. You better watch yourself. It's gonna be on. Yeah, I got Ngannou.
Now, who was it? Why do I always forget his name? Who defeated Anthony Joshua for the heavyweight championship a couple years ago? You know who I'm talking about?
Spanish kid, right?
Yes. Why can't I ever remember his name?
Because he was guys like that.
Riverside Rocky is what they call it, right?
Yeah. No, not Riverside Rocky.
No, I'm thinking somebody else. What was it? Whatever his name was. Look, you lost to him. That's my point.
No, that kid's pretty good, man. I can't think of his name.
Ruiz, Andy Ruiz Jr.
Ruiz Jr. Yeah, I couldn't think of his name either. But no, Andy Ruiz actually got fast hands. He's quick. He can catch you. No, I'm not saying Ruiz was not worthy of.
Look, but I'm just saying we know he can get beat.
Oh no, he can get beat, and I really feel like somebody like Ngannou would be able to touch him up if he could just touch him with that right hand one time. If he can just wobble him one time, just that shot that he hit Fury with, I don't think Anthony Joshua gets up.
And Fury's got next level recovery power. Let's be honest. I agree with you. I think he lost that fight on my scorecard. He did, at least. Now that doesn't really make a difference because they didn't say that he lost, but he's got extraordinary recovery power. I mean, I'll never forget him Undertakering up in that 12th round in the first time he fought Deontay Wilder, which, by the way, Deontay suffered a recent defeat as well. Yeah. But as far as Ngannou, I bet on Ngannou period. If it's a fair fight and it's judged fairly, and they score it properly, that's going to be hard, man, because, I mean, he's got extra, as you say, ordinary strength in those hands. Yeah, it's something that I don't think we've seen.
Well, I'll be watching it. I just subscribed to my I got the DAZN back, on the television. I got rid of it for a while, so now since we lost boxing on Showtime, I had to figure something out. So I went back to DAZN. Hopefully, we'll see some good fights coming up.
Incredible that Showtime boxing is no more.
Man, HBO was first. And now Showtime. I never thought I'd see the day. I never thought I'd see this. Now, first it was ESPN, then HBO, then Showtime. No. First it was USA. That's before your time. We got to take a break. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by BlueChew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
You know, let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, you know, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Super chats. We just rolling.
Are we? Is this our last segment?
No, we got one more.
No, we got more after this. Okay, I'm losing my mind here.
We got one more, man. I'm keeping track.
Good. I appreciate somebody is. This is from Cali Toenail here.
Give us some Roni, brother. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cali Toenail says, I think Roman should drop the belt at the Rumble/Chamber. And we have 4 main events for WrestleMania. Seth versus Punk, Cody versus Randy, Rhea versus somebody, and Rock versus Roman for no title.
I don't know. Title sounds a lot better to me, you know, when you got Rock and Roman. You know what I mean? No title, it doesn't feel the same. I don't know. What do you think about that one right there, bro?
I'm still stuck on this. This is quite the quandary because, like we talked about last week, I love the idea of The Rock versus Roman. You know, on paper, I love the idea of this match. I would really love it more if it didn't have a championship involved in it. But at the same time, you feel like Cody's been groomed for the past 2 years since Dallas WrestleMania to take this spot. People were so mad at the LA show last year. I can't believe they didn't pull the trigger. It's almost been a year since that day in 2023, and it felt like it was all being built up for Cody to go out there and finally finish the story. And I'm just afraid, I could be wrong here, but I'm afraid if you don't do that at WrestleMania, if he doesn't win the world championship against Roman, he doesn't finish the story. But I could be wrong in that thinking. I mean, because to me, this is the quandary I'm talking about. The bigger match is The Rock versus Roman. Now, the better match for the future of the business, in my opinion, is Roman versus Cody. It's a hard trigger to pull because it's also WrestleMania 40. You want to give people something huge, you know?
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, I get it, you know, but I look at it, you know, like there again, man, you know, it's an opportunity that, just say, for instance, if Rock don't do it now, he may not be able to do it. He may not be able to do it. You know, that window may not open again. It's just like Kobe Covington being off for 2 years and come back and get the title shot. You know, just like if Conor McGregor came back right now, you don't think they'd put him in a title shot if they could?
Oh, absolutely. They do it in a second.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't, you know, today's world is not about, I mean, we're sitting here talking about it. Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua. Okay. Why isn't Anthony Joshua fighting another boxer? Why isn't he fighting another boxer? Tell me why. Because it's gonna be a hell of a draw.
It's a draw.
We may not be able to get this money next year.
I mean, I get it. I do.
Also, when people, you know, like if this was, you know, a different type of business, I might sit and agree with you 100%. You but this business has always been cards subject to change.
And it's always been about the draw.
It's always been about the draw. It's always been about the draw. So I don't know. Look here. Do I want to see Cody get the shot? Do I want to see Cody cash in, all dreams come true? Yeah, but do I want to see Cody make a hell of a lot of money on that journey? Yeah. The longer it takes, it might be the last thing he do, as far as I'm concerned. But as long as
I don't think he'll have the fan support.
Look here, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I don't. It's not about the fan support at that time, Brad. What I'm saying is, just say, for instance, Cody's contract was for the next 6 years. Okay. And we cashed in. Just say, for instance, it's for the next 2 years. And we cashed in at WrestleMania. The story would be complete. You know what I mean? Whatever, he could ride off into the sunset. And he's only made 1 year of money. Okay, I'm thinking about Cody Rhodes making, like I say, numerous years of money and setting himself up at the end of the day to be able to walk away from this thing. For me, if it's the last thing Cody does in his career is win the championship, and it could be against one of the NXT guys by that time. I don't care, because what I'm thinking about.
You don't care, but I bet you Cody cares. You know that championship brings a check. Being in the main event brings a bigger check.
No, what I'm saying is Cody's gonna make his money. You know what I mean? Over that getting the belt is the last thing for me that I thought about as a businessman. Just because it was gonna happen when it happened. If it didn't happen, it wasn't gonna happen. But in the meantime, I was thinking about one thing only. I mean, this story thing is good for the people that's watching. It's great for everybody that's rooting, that's hanging on and want to be a part of this ride. Dusty, he did it, man. Everybody wants that. I get it. Okay. But for me, that's not the be all.
Okay. I mean, not that I'm saying you don't have validity in your argument, because you absolutely 100% do. I get what you're coming from. Totally. But okay, when you think about it from a fan perspective, though, is what I'm looking at is, if Cody doesn't win the title, let's just say not at WrestleMania, let's just say this year, right? This year, 2024, it's a long year, just started. If he doesn't win it this year, I feel like that's overwhelming groundswell of support from the fans is going to dwindle. It's going to dwindle.
Just tell me this.
Tell
me this. Why, if Cody doesn't win, the fans bail on him?
I'm not saying they bail on him. I said it will dwindle, because people want to see it right now. They want to see it right now.
I'm just saying. Did the people bail on Punk after 7 years or 8 years of a hiatus?
Some did. There's a return, though. That's a whole different.
I'm talking about the whole time he was going, wasn't in every arena. You still hear the chants, him, Punk,
for a little bit. Not all.
What I'm saying, when he came back, were they happy to see him? What I'm saying is, when Cody wins, the fans are going to be happy. No, either way.
But there's a right time and a wrong time, right?
I don't believe
there's a right moment. Like if they didn't pull the trigger on Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30, that moment you would have never gotten again. But there was Kofi Mania, right? If they didn't do it then, it would have never happened for Kofi. In my opinion, maybe it would.
Well, okay, just say it for me. It would have never happened for me when I lost against Triple H.
Okay, I see.
They should have put a trigger. They should have put a trigger. They should have.
I see what you're saying.
But so you get my point here.
I know. I'm just looking at it from where it's felt.
I don't think that the fans bailed on me. You know what I mean?
No, they did not.
So I think it was a lot of fans that were disappointed I didn't win, but I don't think not one of my fans bailed on me because I didn't win that match.
Right. Okay. That's a good point. Now think about, because look, Cody didn't win the match last year. He didn't win the match either. No one's bailed on him yet either, just like they didn't bail on you. But if it happens a second time, or he doesn't get that opportunity again.
It happened for me a couple more times after that. I got title shots. I got world title shots. I got WWE shots.
Look, you're making a strong argument that I don't have a counterpoint to, but I'm just going off of a feeling right now. I just feel like the feeling.
I think when Cody wins, it's going to be the right time. That's the only thing I'm saying. And I think in the meantime.
Okay, but let me ask you this. I want to ask you as a promoter, because I know you don't like booking the show, but let me ask you as a promoter. If your plan was, we're going to go into Mania, Cody, you're going to get it at 40. Okay, that's going to be the rematch. You're going to get it at 40. And then The Rock calls. It says, hey, I happen to be free for WrestleMania this year. Do you divert plans and just go with The Rock because it's the bigger match?
It's a lot of talk right there. We gotta, have, it's a board, it's board members, it's money, it's stockholders. There's a lot of stuff goes involved with that right there. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it very, very hard. If The Rock is available and we can use him, because I know what kind of dent this is gonna put in everything that's going on in the wrestling world. You're damn right I'm gonna use him. In a heartbeat. Without even thinking twice, without blinking an eye.
I know, but the thing is, I agree with that.
The same thing is, the same thing would happen in reality wrestling.
I know it would, and I understand. Like, honestly, I get it. Like, if the match is Rock versus Roman, it would be hard for me not to make that match if I was in the same position too. But that's why I say it's a quandary, because I see the argument of this has been built for Cody. I get that argument too, and that's why I say it's a difficult position to be in. But I get if you want to go with The Rock, because it's the bigger match.
That's why the boss makes the tough decisions. That's why they call me the boss.
That's true.
On reality wrestling,
but can you imagine?
Make the tough call.
You know what they should do? They should have a promo battle between The Rock and Cody Rhodes in front of 10,000 people to see. To see who gets the shot at Roman. That's what they should do.
That would be good. We got to take a break, guys. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, what's up? This Booker T, and winter is here, and you know what that means. Trying to stay comfortable while you sleep. Well, I've got something exciting for you.
That's right, Book. We've recently discovered a game changer for a good night's sleep. It's called Miracle Made, and it has its new product, the silver-infused bed sheets inspired by NASA.
Yeah, these sheets are no ordinary sheets, guys. They've got self-cooling properties that keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, thanks to NASA-inspired technology.
And here's the kicker. They're self-cleaning too. Infused with silver, these sheets prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them fresh and clean 3 times longer than regular sheets. So that means no more gross odors. Plus, they're all about comfort and quality. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the crazy price tag of other luxury brands. Trust me, Book, they feel as nice, if not nicer, than the sheets used by some 5-star hotels.
And just in time for the holidays, guys, these miracle sheets make perfect gift for your loved one. And who doesn't want better sleep and luxurious bed sheets? And guess what, guys? You get 3 free towels with your purchase. But wait, there's more. These sheets are designed with your skin in mind. No more sleeping on bacteria that can clog your pores. You don't want that. Sleep clean with Miracle.
Yeah, so here's the deal, listeners. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker to try it today, or gift it to someone special this holiday season. And guess what? You will save over 40%.
Do it! And don't forget, guys, if you use the promo code at your checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and an extra 20% off.
And if that wasn't great, here's the best part. Miracle stands behind their product with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund from Miracle Made.
Hey guys, upgrade with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Booker and use the promo code Booker and claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40%. Trymiracle.com/Booker. Treat yourself or a loved one this holiday season to a gift of better sleep. Don't wait. Try Miracle Made today. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. We're getting close to wrapping this thing up.
We're getting close.
I hope nobody report that we said anything about Adam Cole this week. All right, because damn it, we didn't say nothing about him last week. We made headlines as far as me saying that Adam Cole's new faction was going to be the next bloodline. Now that, damn it, I did not say that.
Cole in Swahili. Now that's making headlines. You're gonna get about 10,000 replies to that.
Damn it, shoot! But let's keep it rolling, man.
Oh, that's got to be a new drop. Okay, let's see. This is from John JID. Other than Booker T and Brad, does Boyd Pierce take the title for flashiest commentator? That man's suits were vibrant, and some of them literally shined.
Hey, man, he was good, man. That's old school. That's taking it all the way back in the day. Boyd Pierce, he was a Houston wrestling legend. Okay, seriously, give him his props.
Yeah, I again, it was before my time, but I do remember seeing some pictures of him at and he had that's back when they had them thick lapels, man.
Yeah,
like the lapels came out like
no doubt. He was like
looked like he was a member of the Temptations.
He was like the Jimmy Lennon Jr., the wrestling business.
What's his name? Oh, God, I can't believe I'm blanking on his name right now. He was the sideline reporter at the NBA games for years and just passed a couple years ago from cancer. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? He had the jackets like that too.
I know who you're talking about.
My God,
I can't think of his name either. I know you're talking about that. Yeah,
the chat will tell me. It's like slipping my mind. Craig. Somebody's gonna say it in the chat. But that's kind of what that reminded me of too. He had them loud jackets.
Yeah.
And now Calvin Murphy's picked that up as well.
I love Calvin Murphy. I just talked to him a couple of weeks ago when I was at the game. He was sitting down right there ringside. I got a chance to holler at him. Me and Calvin, we always big hugs every time we see each other, man. Love that dude.
Craig Sager. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. I knew it was Craig something. He had the kind of same similar jackets. Yeah, shout out to Boyd Pierce, of course, Houston wrestling legend. Let's see. We saw that one. Okay, this is from Mr. Joe Walker. Happy New Year, Booker and Brad. How did you evolve over the last 12 months? Did you face any challenges that turned out to be blessings?
I evolve this way all the time, though, but I'm always thinking about, every day could be your last, and you try to get as much in as you possibly can. Can't dwell on it. That's just the way life is. But just like everybody else out there, I go through struggles, doctor's appointments, scares. I've had a couple of scares, and everything's all right, knock on wood. But it's just one of those things to where, you got to look death in the eye and you just keep walking. You walk with your head up high. I don't know. I really learned a really, really good lesson from my cousin's husband. A couple of years ago, my cousin passed away, and she was strong all the way to the end. But to watch her husband, Steve, man, he was so strong, man, in the face, right in the eye, man, and he showed me what a man really truly is, what a man really should be, for his family. And those lessons, man, hopefully, you got something, just from this little word of wisdom, you know what I mean? But, just keep walking forward, keep your head up.
Yeah, that I'm not going to add too much to it other than, how that people always tell you, God's never going to give you more than you can handle. I kind of think that he does sometimes. And I think he does it intentionally to test your faith. You know what I mean? Yeah. The devil makes you doubt, as long as you have faith, even if it's a mustard seed amount of faith, right? You can still march forward. And I think God sometimes will test you just to make sure you still got it. And I think we all, to different extents, had issues that we've gone through over this last 12 months and the 12 months preceding that, then the 12 months going forward. We're going to have more of them we don't even see yet. But I'm a believer, and I grew up in the Baptist church, and I know that our steps are ordered, and everything's a test, and it's leading us to that. So what you say, to the promised land.
To the promised land, baby.
Chats here. John JID 999 says, "What do you think about Fluffy?" Gabriel Iglesias. He's the first comedian I saw as a kid. His special, The Fluffy Movie, will always be a classic for me. Real funny cat, big wrestling fan. Fluffy's a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, I've had a few interactions with Fluffy. WWE backstage, of course. You know, we had Fluffy on. He's
Right.
done a few WWE events as far as been on the panel, you know, on the kickout show and stuff and whatnot. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Fluffy.
Yeah, funny guy, man. If you ever get a chance to check out some of his stuff, he's really funny cat. And again, likable. Doesn't go venture into territory would turn people off to him. You know, just kind of one of those every man's comedians. And there's a few of them out there like that. And he's definitely one of them. Now, this comes from Mike Edwards. It's about damn time. We have a general manager, Nick Aldis, who isn't afraid of the bloodline. He's what Teddy Long was to JBL. Roman big mad now. Nick has been doing great in this role. I'm glad he's getting his shine because he's great in the role.
You know, I don't want to pat myself on the back again. You know what I mean? As far as Nick Aldis go, I said it. I don't know if you remember this. You know, when I said Nick Aldis, I know people gave me a lot of flack when I said Nick Aldis was past his prime. Okay, and I said that as far as his wrestling prime, because at that time I think he was 36 when we were talking about it. And if you're 36, I think most people are past their prime at 36. That's just, you know, fact. You know, but I said, is there a spot in WWE for Nick Aldis? I said, hell yeah. I say this guy's talent. He's been around the world, and I say Nick Aldis his name get there before he does. You know who Nick Aldis is, boom, immediately if you're anywhere in the wrestling world. So him getting that job and stepping up to the plate and taking that job and really managing that job and doing it the way he's done it, I give him big props, man. I give him big props. Yeah, Nick Aldis has a spot in the WWE, and now he's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
And I predicted it.
And on top of that, you predicted it. And I'm sure if the situation calls for it, Nick Aldis can still strap up them boots.
Oh, yeah. Exactly my point. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so I think it's a great position for him to be in. I really do. And again, I think the general manager role, it's a tough one to pull off. You've been in it before, so you know. I mean, there's a lot of verbiage, a lot of scenes, a lot of moving parts that people don't realize. And I think for Nick, I mean, can you imagine coming straight in and that's your first gig? Is like, hey, you got to talk all the time on TV and remember these lines.
It's a rough gig. I mean, you got a script that you got to remember, and you got to go out there and you got to execute. You know, so big props to Nick Aldis.
And you know what? While we're talking about it, like I'm gonna give a little bit of love for Adam Pearce too. Adam Pearce been doing that job for a long time now.
Job too. He's done a hell of a job.
He's really good. I mean, they're both good authority figures, and I like that. You know, and as hard as it is, it's hard to make those two shows feel like it's completely different and not in the same universe. It's hard. But I think that Raw has a feel right now. SmackDown has a feel right now. NXT's definitely got its own feel and vibe right now. In WWE, look, it's hotter than it's ever been. You know, there was a story we didn't get to that I did want to talk about, but I guess we'll have to save it for later in the week. That some of the comments that have been going out there about from Eric Bischoff about Mercedes Moné and what impact she could have in AEW. I think he made an interesting point that would be something that we need to talk about on the show, but maybe we'll save that for a later date if the time comes. But BT, look, another show in the books, prime time, 8:00. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, man. You're riding down the highway, man, listening to the show. I want to thank y'all for stepping inside the Hall of Fame again, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams. Me and Brad, we're going to be here every day, actually Tuesday through Friday. But get in and get your dose of the Hall of Fame on a regular, man. Oh, yeah. But I want to thank all you super chatters as well, man, for stepping inside the Hall of Fame today. We got to get out of here, but stay tuned, guys. It's going to be a whole lot of big news coming out. But right now, like I always say, Brad, thanks for heavy lifting. And all you guys, peace. We love you. And we out.